Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. We got Ric Flair versus Bret Hart from Las Vegas, Nevada, probably at the MGM Grand, happened in 1998, and this was the same week as Fall Brawl 1998, and Bret Hart was not even on the cards. No wonder WCW went out of business. They should have booked Bret the Hitman Hart better. Bret the Hitman Hart is the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, the greatest of all time. I met Bret Hart. He's a really nice guy. He's nice to his fans. Bret Hart is the best. All rights belong to WWE and TKO. I'm just doing this for fun. So thanks for coming on my channel. So we got Ric Flair, the dirtiest player in the game, the 16-time World Heavyweight Champion. A lot of people are saying 21-time World Heavyweight Champion. But John Cena now has 17 world titles. So John Cena is now the GOAT, the greatest of all time. So we got Ric Flair versus Bret Hart from 1990. Bret Hart is the greatest technical wrestler of all time. He's a great storyteller. None of his matches are the same. And that's what Bret Hart said about Ric Flair, is that every match is the same. And he's right. And I'm a huge Ric Flair fan. He is a legend and he's iconic and stuff like that. But I wish that Ric Flair retired in 2008 after he lost to Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 24 and didn't have that retirement match 2 years ago with Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Because that was a terrible match. I think Ric Flair almost passed away in that match, which was not very good. Bret Hart was not booked right in WCW, and it's true. They just did not know how to book Bret the Hitman Hart. He came off the Montreal Screwjob. He was the hottest wrestler at the time, and they had no idea what to do with him. If I was WCW, I would have booked Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan versus Bret Hart straight away, had a series of matches on pay-per-view, and that would have been a whole lot of money. And we all know Hulk Hogan is a liar and a racist, but he's still one of the biggest names in the history of professional wrestling, and it is what it is. And here we go, Bret the Hitman Hart is coming out, Las Vegas, Nevada, 1998, probably the MGM Grand Garden Arena, and we got Bret Hart versus Ric Flair in a one-on-one match. They had Bret Hart beat Ric Flair for his first WWE title in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, 1992 in October, which was one of the greatest. It was a great match. Bret Hart just has great matches. Bret Hart is a great wrestler. As Bret Hart comes down the aisle from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, I really think that Bret Hart is the greatest professional wrestler, the greatest Canadian professional wrestler of all time, and also maybe one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. Because he's a great storyteller. He's had some great matches. Here he's going to have another great match with Ric Flair, by the way. So they'll put on a really good show. And that's just the way that it is. And you got Charles Robinson, the referee. And Charles Robinson still currently works with the WWE. And hopefully they put Charles Robbins in the WWE Hall of Fame. He's one of the greatest referees of all time. He's up there with Earl Hebner and Nick Patrick. WrestleMania 41 just happened, and Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair had one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time. Those women really put on a great show. And then you got CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins, and those guys put on a really great show. And Dominic Mysterio winning his first Intercontinental title. That was also a great match. So WrestleMania 41 just happened from Las Vegas as well. So yeah, that's how they both get in there. And there's Ric Flair talking his talk. And his daughter, Charlotte Flair, who's a beautiful, great athlete, is one of the top WWE superstars, top ladies right now. It's anybody's match who's going to win. Bret Hart and Ric Flair have had a lot of great matches. Their most famous match was probably that, it's on Smack'em Whack'em, and it's Bret Hart versus Ric Flair from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and the commentators are Gorilla Monsoon and Lord Alfred Hayes, and it's a really good match. So if you can find, it is on WWE Vault, by the way, so if you go to WWE Vault, you can watch that match there, and it's a great match. And Ric Flair's going outside to the ring to do some hot dogging. Woo, the dirtiest player in the game, the 16-time World Heavyweight Champion. He's had some great matches with Dusty Rhodes, Ricky Steamboat, Terry Funk, Triple H. Yeah, he's had some really good matches. I wish that Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin got more time to talk at the Hall of Fame, but they weren't given that much time, and Triple H was given over an hour to talk. And nothing against Triple H. He's booking the show. He's doing the creative and everything like that. But, you know, give Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret Hart a little bit more time to talk. All right, so whose match is this? It's anybody's match, and Ric Flair's coming in. And Ric Flair has had, he's been a WWE champion, WCW champion, NWA champion. For the new generation of wrestlers, Natalya Neidhart is probably, she's keeping the legacy going for Bret Hart and Owen Hart, because she is a great professional wrestler, a great storyteller, a great athlete. She's the one that's really keeping it going. She is the female version of Bret Hart. She's just a great athlete. So now here we go. Bret Hart and Ric Flair they're going for a test of strength. What are they doing right now? Ric Flair, what's he doing? He pulls Bret the Hitman Hart's hair. Bret Hart kips up, and he's doing it. He's got the arm bar, and what's Ric Flair doing? Is he going to the ropes? Yeah, he's going to the ropes. The ref breaks it up. Charles Robinson, who's a great referee. He's great. He's refereed some of the greatest matches of all time. I believe he was there for Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 24. Little Nature Boy. So here we go. They're shoving each other. Little Nature's not taking it from the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. The 16-time World Heavyweight Champion, jet flying, limousine riding, son of a gun. And what's he doing? The camera's a little bit shaky. This is from a live event, a house show. So whoever the cameraman is, thank you. You're doing a very good job. Bret Hart, Ric Flair, Las Vegas, Nevada, 1998. And he's got him, what's he doing? This happened sometime in February of 1998, because Super Bowl 8 was that Sunday live on pay-per-view, where Sting beat Hulk Hogan for the WCW title again, and help from Macho Man Randy Savage. And Bret Hart was not on the card. WCW really did not know how to book Bret Hart, because at the time, he's the hottest character after the Montreal Screwjob, but they still didn't know what to do with him. WCW went out of business, but even WCW was better than AEW. It must be said, AEW was good, and then once CM Punk left, AEW just lost all its steam, and now AEW is so boring to watch. Yeah, AEW is not very good. And if you watch AEW, that's up to you. That's not me. Bret Hart is now in control, and he's got Ric Flair down on the mat. This is anybody's match. Anybody could win the match, but I'm cheering for Bret Hart, because Bret Hart is the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. And I hope that there are a lot of Bret Hart fans out there, and not take for granted all the matches that he had in his prime, because he was a great storyteller, and he had great matches with Mr. Perfect, Razor Ramon, Bam Bam Bigelow, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He just had great matches one after the other. Classics, British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith at Wembley Stadium. The guy has had great matches, and pokes him in the eyes. That is a Nature Boy Ric Flair move, as he's the dirtiest player in the game, 16-time World Heavyweight Champion. And yeah, he is the dirtiest player in the game. Is he going to chop him? No, he pokes him in the eyes again. I thought he was going to go for a chop, and he's taking him into the corner. Here we go. Woo! Yeah, he's chopping him. That's what Ric Flair was famous for, was his famous chops, because he chopped a lot of people. He was known for his chops. The dirtiest player in the game, and he's hitting them. And this is who's going to do this? Hits him again? This is really good. This is a good match so far. And they wrestled at Sold Out 1998, and Bret Hart won that, by the way. So Ric Flair does not mind losing, but Bret Hart is just Bret Hart should have won the WCW title earlier. He should have had pay-per-view matches with Hulk Hogan, but Hulk Hogan did not want to do business. 1, 2 footer on the ropes. Hulk Hogan did not want to do business. Hulk Hogan only cared about Hulk Hogan. And Hulk Hogan did not want to lose to Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 18. He lost to The Rock at WrestleMania 18, and they had that great match. But Hulk Hogan should have put over Bret Hart. He should have put over Stone Cold Steve Austin. There's a lot of guys that he really should have put over, but Hulk Hogan is all about Hulk Hogan, and he only cares about Hulk Hogan, not the business of professional wrestling. Like Macho Man Randy Savage. Macho Man Randy Savage really cared about professional wrestling and helping the younger stars. There's a great match of him and Shawn Michaels from Sheffield, England on WWE Vault. If you check that match out on WWE Vault, it's a great match. These two are going back and forth. Bret Hart is getting the upper hand. Ric Flair is, what's Ric Flair doing? He throws him against the turnbuckle. A back body drop by the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Calgary's own, Canada's own, the Hitman Bret Hart. And hopefully Bret Hart one day gets the Order of Canada, because he deserves it. He's a Canadian legend. He's up there with Wayne Gretzky, Stompin' Tom, and Terry Fox, and all the other great Canadian legends. Yeah, well, and he goes for the atomic drop by the Hitman Bret Hart. Bam! Good job by Bret Hart. He goes for the pin. 1, 2, only. Oh, foot is on the rope. Referee Charles Robinson is there. Little Nature Boy, and he now works on the ring crew, I believe, for WWE. He really loves his job. He's a great referee. He should, yeah. Hopefully they'll put him in the Hall of Fame with Jack Johnson or whatever, the guy that did the music for WWE for all those years. 1, 2, because yeah, he did a great job of doing the music for WWE all those years. Jack Johnson or Joe Johnson. Oh, I forget what his name was, but he did the Undertaker's theme. He did a Stone Cold Steve Austin theme, Vader's theme. The guy is a legend. Throws him against the turnbuckle. Bam! Oh, he hits him with an elbow by Ric Flair. This was Ric Flair still when he was still pretty good in 1998. From 1998 until 2008 is when he had some great matches with Shawn Michaels and Triple H and everything. That's his turnbuckle spot. Bam! He has, that's what Ric Flair is famous for, is also that turnbuckle spot, the chops, his entrance, the woo, the Nature Boy. And for all you newer wrestling fans, check out NXT TakeOver 2014. Charlotte Flair and Natalya Neidhart had the match of the night. They were the best match of the night, and Ric Flair was in Charlotte's corner, and Bret Hart was in Natalya's corner. It was just, it's one of the greatest women matches I've ever seen. One of the greatest matches I've ever seen, period. So yeah, check it out. And here we go. Bret Hart, 1, 2, he's in the figure, oh no, Ric Flair's in the figure 4, I take that back. So yeah, it's one of the greatest matches of all time. TJ Wilson and Pac was in the main event of TakeOver 2014, but the women stole the show. Charlotte Flair and Natalya Neidhart had the best match of the night in 2014 at NXT TakeOver. It was a great match. Here we go. The figure 4 is on to Ric Flair, and he's going to the ropes. He is going to the ropes. What's he doing? See, this match should have been on Super Brawl 8. But what were they thinking? Whoever was booking, there's a documentary series by Vice on who killed WCW, and it's pretty good. So there's a lot of people to blame. But at least the worst of WCW was still better than a lot of AEW right now, by the way. So yeah, check it out on, they got a WCW YouTube channel. So you can watch all the great stuff from WCW. And what's going on here? What's going on? Bam! There we go. I'm glad that John Cena won the WWE title. It was sort of lackluster, to be fair. And I'm a huge John Cena fan and Cody Rhodes fan. But I wish that the main event was a little bit better. And I wish that The Rock came out instead of the rapper, Travis Scott. I didn't want to see Travis Scott at WrestleMania. I wanted to see The Rock. A lot of people wanted to see The Rock. So now I'll go back to that. Throws Bret Hart outside the ropes. And it was through the middle ropes, not the top rope. So there's no disqualification. For some reason in WCW, if you threw somebody over the rope, you get disqualified. I have no idea what that was about. I've always watched, WWE will always be my wrestling company, but I did enjoy WCW when it was live and the original ECW. But yeah, here we go. They're going back and forth, and they're outside. What's going on? Ric Flair throws him against the guardrail, and this happened Las Vegas, Nevada, MGM Grand. I don't know if it's sold out. It was probably a good amount of seats. I'm not going to give it 5 stars or 10 stars like that moron Dave Meltzer. Don't believe everything that Dave Meltzer says, because, yeah, he's not a very smart man. All right, so now the refs counted. 1, 2. Bret Hart's getting back in the ring. He was trained in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. He and his brothers did a lot of wrestling and stuff like that. And his sisters married wrestlers. One of his sisters married Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Another sister married the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. So yes, it is a great wrestling family. But me personally, I think the greatest wrestling family is the Samoan wrestling family. Because they are great, great athletes. I think they are the greatest wrestling family of all time, the Samoans. All right, so now he's just been working on that leg as Ric Flair does. He works on a body part as he does. And yeah, is he going to go for the figure 4 leg lock? That is Ric Flair's finishing move, which was Buddy Rogers' finishing move, the Nature Boy Buddy Rogers. And that's where Ric Flair got the idea to become Nature Boy. All right, he's working on the leg. And what's going on here? Is he going to do the strut? The Jackie Fargo strut or the Ric Flair strut? All right, so Ric Flair is currently in control of the match. We got referee Charles Robinson, MGM Grand Garderia, 1998. And what's he going to do? He's working on the leg again. He is definitely working on the leg to put him in the figure 4 leg lock. This is anybody's match, but I'm cheering for Bret Hart because I met Bret Hart and he's a really nice guy and he treats all his fans really cool. So if you have a chance to meet Bret Hart, do it because he's a nice wrestler. Is he going to go for the figure 4? No. I thought he was going for the figure 4 right there by the dirtiest player, Nature Boy Ric Flair, who's had some controversial times, like the plane ride from hell. We won't get into that. He's going for, what's he going to do? The enziguri? Yes, he hits him with the enziguri. So here's Bret Hart's chance to get back on it and, yeah, hopefully win the match. He can either win it by pin or submission. So hopefully, what's he doing? Figure 4 leg lock. Oh, roll up. 1, 2, only a 2 count by Charles Robinson, Little Nature Boy, who had a great, well, he had a match with Medusa, I believe, in Starrcade, Slamboree 1999. That was a bad pay-per-view. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Slamboree 1999 was one of the most boringest pay-per-views of all time. Do not watch it. You'll fall asleep. All right, he hits him again. It was, it's like current AEW. Still better than AEW now. But if you have problems sleeping, just watch AEW now. Put you to sleep. 1, 2, only a 2 count by Charles Robinson. All right, here we go. This is okay. This has been a good match so far. To be fair, they've put on a really good match. They're both great wrestlers. Now he does the woo. He's going for the figure 4. Is he gonna go for it again, or what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Is he going to... Oh, I thought he was going to put him in the sharpshooter. No, he hits him in the balls with his knee. The referee's away, and now he puts him in the figure 4 leg lock in the center of the ring by the Nature Boy Ric Flair, a 2-time WWE champion. He had a great match with Macho Man Randy Savage at WrestleMania 8. That was actually a better main event than Psycho Sid versus Hulk Hogan, because Hulk Hogan has to be the main event. 2, only a 2 count, as there goes Hulk Hogan, putting Hulk Hogan over. So here we go. Is he going to reverse it? Bret Hart, he had some great matches with Shawn Michaels. Oh, there's what the camera just went dark. He had some great matches with Shawn Michaels on Coliseum Video. They had that famous, he's pulling down the straps. That's what he did in 1992 against Ric Flair, and that's how he won the WWE title. By doing the straps, and he's hitting him against the corner. What's he doing? Bam! Ric Flair bump. There is another one. Is he going for the sharpshooter? Is he going to put him in the sharpshooter? And what's he doing? He puts him the backbreaker. Bam! By the best there is. 1, 2, only a 2 count. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Canada's own, Calgary's own. It's going down in front. The person's just walking right in front of the camera. What are you doing, buddy? Get out of the camera. 1, 2. He probably did the turnbuckle from the second rope. And now what's he doing? Ric Flair's trying to get out of the ring. All right. And Matthew McConaughey's a wrestling fan, so that's very cool. He's going for a suplex. Bam! Good job by Bret Hart. Going for a suplex. Is he going for the sharpshooter? I think he is. I think he might be. He's going for the sharpshooter. The crowd is going wild. Yes, he is. He puts Ric Flair in the sharpshooter. Will Ric Flair give up? Will he tap? Will he give up? Yes, he does. Bret the Hitman Hart just beat Ric Flair. Las Vegas, Nevada, 1998. Your referee, Charles Robinson. A great match. Bret Hart is the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. WCW fumbled the ball with Bret Hart. And they should have really done more with them. We should have had Bret Hart versus Hulk Hogan on pay-per-view. We should have had Hulk Hogan losing to Bret Hart. But that was never meant to be because Hulk Hogan is a selfish person because he didn't do the right thing for business. And that's just who he is, and that's the truth. If you do like professional wrestling, continue to watch all my videos if you like, and subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of commentary because I like professional wrestling, sports entertainment. It is a great form of entertainment. And there's your winner, the Hitman Bret Hart against the Nature Boy Ric Flair, Las Vegas, Nevada. A great match. And yeah, please do like and subscribe because I keep on doing what I'm doing. And Ric Flair, thanks again. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.